What's bracking, guys? Welcome to episode 8 of my West Bromwich Albion career mode. And in this first match, we'll be playing Queen's Park Rangers at Loftus Road. So definitely will be a tough fixture, and they're very close to us in the table, as you'll see right here. 10th place, we're sitting there in 13th with 20 points. And we've eclipsed that mark of 18 points, basically, before the first half of the season, of course. Last season, West Brom was able to stay up with 36 points, so we definitely want to stay on pace to achieve that at least. So Vargas is definitely a guy to look out for. Isla Fair, some quality players. Here we are with Foster, Gamboa, Olson, Lescott, Pocognoli, Jakob, Mulumbu, Brunt, Vrela, Ide, Samaras. So you definitely want to get a good result in this matchup, being so close to each other in the table. We'll see Gamboa right here finding Vrela, using some good spacing. Comes here with the cross, hit to Ide, and he just skies that. So, however, a good chance to open up the game. Just would have liked a better header from Ide. We'll see Samaras showing his great work rate. He's going to go down the wings and cut in a little bit right here. Just use his pace, strength to cross this in to Varela. Easy finish from him, that low cross. So it's a great start to the matchup against QPR. Definitely going to be tough, however, against this team. Definitely want to hold on and stay compact defensively to at least grab a point or possibly 3 points with this wonderful start to the matchup. We'll see ball played out here to Oilet, and he's going to use his pace here against Pocognoli to find Fair, who's going to cut in, and he's just evading all these defenders. He's very agile, and he crosses in to Sandro for the finish. Sandro with a great run from midfield to finish that right there. Definitely need to be tighter defensively to prevent being just carved up the way we were by Leroy Fair right there. Sandro will play the ball to Vargas, and just look at that, no help defense. Vargas just goes through like nothing with his acceleration pace through the defense. Definitely do think that is just an issue in general in FIFA with the lack of just awareness. You can really just get carved up defensively. And again, Vargas is going to run at us, and he's going to cut in against Olson, and just look at that, easy finish. Another good play from Vargas. Definitely need to stop that from happening. I just don't think the defense is that great in this game, but we are going to have to make up for that by playing much better. So they end up grabbing the 3-1 victory against us. We really cannot muster much. They held possession, and as you can see, we are going to re-up Claudio Jakob and Mulumbu because they are expiring in 6 months, and I think they're quality players, so we definitely want to keep them. It's really hard to find on our budget, say just the midfielders, defensive midfielders that are equivalent to them quality-wise. So in the second matchup, we'll be playing West Ham, and we decided to make some changes. We move Mir in for Olson at center back, basically because Olson was just carved up in the last matchup, like I said. Just a little too slow. We kind of want a little faster guy to complement Lescott's. West Ham, of course, enter Valencia. He scored an amazing goal versus the U.S. the other day to really spoil the Landon Donovan farewell match, essentially. We'll see Cole right here cutting in. Some good play back to Noble, to Valencia. He's going to use his pace down the wing, play the ball to Carlton Cole. Back to Alex Song, and look at this, a good finish from Mark Noble to grab the early 1-0 lead. Definitely not the start we wanted, but of course we were down in the last matchup, so hopefully we can come back the way that QPR did against us. We'll see Noble plays a ball right here to Song, and good ball in, a great save, but Song just skies it on an open, basically an open goal right there. Vrela's going to cut in. Look at that, he's just so pacey, he's so agile. We'll see, he gets a great chance, and he just continues his fine form in this episode. Another great goal, this one basically an individual goal, using his agility to evade the defenders and finishing it rather nicely. We'll see Song again forces a good save on Ben Foster to keep the game 1-1. So we'll get in the second half. Vrela is going to play the ball right here to Dorans, who's going to use his, just look at that, uses his body to allow Vrela to make that basically clear run, cross it into Ide for the finish. What a little set right there, a little run of play to make that goal happen. So 2-1, we'll see. Look at this save from Ben Foster. I do not know how that stayed out of the nets. He just deflected that with his body over the nets. I've never seen a save like that so far, and that was just absolutely crazy. We'll see if on this set piece, Varela is going to send it in to Lescott, who's going to head it off the keeper, and Samaras is going to pounce on that rebound for a goal. We're seeing, Samaras has been really good for us so far this year, and it's really taken away from Berahino to his playing time and everything. So we may be looking out to send Berahino on loan because he has a lot of promise, but he just hasn't been able to get the chances for us. A good ball played to Varela, and look at that, another goal, a brace from him in this matchup. 3 goals in 2 matches so far. What a run of play from him. Just teaching those big boys a lesson. Oh, yeah. So we take that win 4-2. They were able to grab a late goal. And as you can see, Claudio Jakob's contract is accepted. So it's a good sign to have some of our players retained. As you can see, we have a chance at losing some players like Myhill, McCauley, and a few of those guys. They're older, so I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do too much about them. But we're facing Manchester City here in the last matchup. And, of course, they're in the relegation zone, which is just absolutely crazy. So we go again with Iran Mir in at center back with Lescott. Of course, he had a decent matchup the last game. He had a decent performance in the last matchup, so we want him to continue his fine form. It's just crazy that they're in the relegation zone with this lineup. Caballero, Zabaleta, Nastasic, Mangala, Clichy, Toure, Vidal, Milner, Nasri, Silva, Jovetic. And just look at the bench. Ridiculously good players as well. But for whatever reason, they're in the relegation zone. We'll see Dorans do some great play, evading defenders. Jakob to Pocognoli. He's going to finish that with ease. So great run from our left back. He's been really dynamic in play, and you really like that from your outside backs to be able to have performances like that where they can really affect the attack but also be compact defensively. Ball played right here and cross, but a great job from Iran Mir. Exactly why he's in. He's very quick, elusive, everything. We'll see a ball played quickly to Vidal, and it looks like, is that a goal right there to Jovetic, pleading for offsides, and it is. So that was basically probably one of their best chances throughout the game, but they're offsides on that. And again, Jovetic, however, is going to play this ball out wide to Samir Nasri, and just a poor miss from Silva. Just a poor finishing, and you can see why they are in that position they are in. You can see Samaras going down the wing. He's going to cut in, cross this to Ide, who's going to flick that on to Varela, and what a goal from him. He's just been an absolute poacher, basically. A few goals that he's created himself, but 3 basically poached goals, him being in the right spot at the right time, really justifying playing him higher up on that wing position. See Yaya Toure, and a great chance, but Higuain just goes down. We are able to get this victory, however, to end the matchup 2-0 against Manchester City. And considering the fact that they're a relegation team, as you can see in that relegation zone, that's a victory we really should be getting. So to close out this episode, we'll be looking at the table, sitting there in 11th place, solid so far, really keeping our pace up in this season to stay up and have an even better finish. Would love to have a FA Cup run to at least get the Europa League spots. And you see Everton, Chelsea, Newcastle United, Arsenal, Liverpool in the top of the table. With that, I'll be closing out this episode. I'll catch you guys later.